This is 2 Girls, 1 Let's Play of Eliza, where you play as a robot therapist. My name's Mari.
I had a dream this morning, but I can't remember what it was. It all vanished when the alarm went off. First time that's happened in a while. I've been drifting away inside my own world for too long. It's time for me to wake up.
Whoa. This is really pretty.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do on the light rail? Use your phone, I guess. Or look around? Must be commuting to work. Maybe it's the first day at a new job, too.
Next stop, Capitol Hill Station.
Seems unlikely. You ever sit around and look around at other people and just make, not judgments, but, you know... Headcanons? But then you realize that other people are probably doing the same thing to you, and you exist outside of your own identity.
No, not true.
Other people observe you outside of your own...
I am the one real person. Everyone else is a simulation in the Matrix.
The deepest and darkest thing that I can think about is the fact that other people think about me outside of the vacuum of my own identity, and I have no control over that.
Well, it's like other people make assumptions about who you are and like your story.
Is she sleeping? I hope she doesn't miss her stop. I know that there's stuff on the phone, but I want to click everything. I forgot how difficult getting around this city can be sometimes.
Evelyn, we want you back from Avalon Fitness.
Okay, I'm not gonna just 25 bonus. 20.
That's basically like you quit your gym, and
971 days. Alright, call out post much. Oh, dear Evelyn Ishino-Aubrey. Does that mean that she's half Asian? Because it's like a hyphenated last name, implying that one parent is Asian and the other one is not Asian. I don't know what type of last name Aubrey is. Congratulations, you're taking the first step on an exciting and rewarding career in the Skanda family. Please show up promptly for your orientation meeting at 9 a.m. Friday, January 3rd. Great.
So we are contingent staff through a contract agency at the Eliza Counseling Center.
Oh, I wonder if we're contracted therapists.
So I think Eliza, the name Eliza that this game is based on. Ooh, you will do it. I believe in you.
From?
Is that our mom?
Probably.
Who are we again?
We're
not Eliza. Eliza is the name of a computer program.
Yeah, we're Evelyn. Oh, maybe that's from ourselves. It's like she wrote it for herself.
Like a note to yourself?
Yeah.
So, the name...
Go ahead. I'm just clicking.
So, alright, well, so Eliza, the name Eliza comes from an early natural language processing computer program created from 1964 to 1966 at MIT by Joseph Weizenbaum. It was created...
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
And the guy who made it kept getting pissed at people because they're like, you've done it. You've created artificial intelligence. And he was like, no, I didn't.
Yeah, and the reason that they thought that is probably because it says created to demonstrate the superficiality of communication between humans and machines. It simulated conversation by using pattern matching and substitution methodology that gave users the illusion of understanding from the program, but in reality it was just like parroting things back to you essentially and using rules.
Yeah, basically what was happening is people would type it in and it would just echo back, oh, so you feel that, and then just use acronyms for the words, and so that the person... That's actually like a technique that people use in order to communicate with their partners and stuff, is so that you're listening to them and they want to feel like they're being heard, so you repeat back to them what they said using different acronyms.
That's the doctor script is what you're talking about. So the doctor script was simulated Carl Rogers, who was a psychotherapist who would parrot back to patients what they had said.
Yes, so if you are a person who has a hard time talking to people and stuff, that might be a tool that you may want to use. Not to manipulate people, but if you want to connect with people, because sometimes people are like, I understand what you're feeling. I don't understand why you don't think I don't understand. Sometimes people need to hear you say what it is that they're feeling so that they can feel like you get it.
Yeah.
So, I don't need to play this again. I should delete it. Go ahead.
From my understanding, the script that you're talking about is one, like, part of it, but not the only thing that we did. So, anyway, yeah. So, but, like, you can look up more about the Eliza program if you're interested in learning more.
This kind of reminds me of...
Oh, so we are Evelyn, so we wrote that note to ourselves. Okay.
Eliza, powered by Skanda. It's so strange to see it like this. Okay, what should I be doing here? Should I check in at the front desk? Wait, there's the woman I met at the orientation meeting last week.
Hi, you're Evelyn, right?
You remember me? That's impressive. There were a lot of people at that orientation.
Of course. I've done this for a while now, so I'm pretty good at putting names to faces. People always say they're bad at it, but it's a skill you can practice just like any other. In case you forgot though, I'm Ray. Come to me with all your questions, comments, complaints, whatever. And if you look around and can't find me, I'm probably at one of the other 2 counseling centers I'm running right now. So you can count on me being back soon.
Humble
3
brag.
centers. Sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, it is a lot of work. This is kind of a temporary thing. We're growing fast, and hiring is one of our big challenges.
It seems like a strange thing. She's talking about it, therapy, as if it's opening a new hardware store. Does that make sense?
But it is.
Right, and I know that. But if for a therapy practice, I wonder if this is going to be relevant to the themes of the story.
So I think that what it's kind of pointing towards, and you see this in a lot of cases where people are in charge of like the logistical side of like mental health or whatnot, and people get really focused on like the technology or like running the business, and like they're a little like removed from like we're helping people, you know, like we're changing people's lives. You know what I mean?
That means there's decent opportunity for advancement here, if that's something you're looking to do.
I guess we have to say interesting. I'm thinking probably not, but I'm saying interesting.
Interesting.
Shall we start with a quick tour of the office?
Ray starts with a tastefully appointed lobby. There are a few people already waiting for their counseling sessions to start.
You could say the Queen Anne office is Eliza's flagship location. It has 12 individual counseling rooms. Currently, we're up to seeing almost 100 clients a day here.
Wow.
100 a day? That's so many.
The growth trend isn't stopping either. Demand for Eliza keeps exceeding our expectations, especially here in Seattle for whatever reason.
You know why? Because everyone's fucked up.
Do you think so? Are we not a therapist, but actually a programmer?
We're already looking at adding more capacity here. Either that or opening another location close by.
So I wonder if it's more like the therapy is like enabled by the program, like the program, like say if we're the therapist and
I think that we're going to be sitting in a room, and then the program gives us a set of options to use. So it's semi-human led, but the program tells you what the best options to go down are.
yeah.
Which seems not a human connection, but I don't know.
Well,
Personally, I think having a single office with 24 counseling rooms might seem a little unfriendly, so I hope we go for a second location.
Go
I
ahead.
feel like there are ways that could be really helpful. Like, because on the one hand, you want to feel like you're making a connection with a person. On the other hand, I just think of all the times that people have like asked me for advice, and I didn't know the right thing to say.
But you're not a licensed therapist.
I know, but I've also been in plenty of therapy sessions where people have said like the wrong things to me, you know, things that weren't helpful or things that were outright awful. And like, I just wonder if, I don't know. I'm not saying that, like, this is necessarily going to be, like, a great system, but I wonder...
I like to think of Eliza centers like cafes or coffee shops. A few small ones is better than one big one.
Probably, yeah.
Makes sense.
Counseling centers like coffee shops? Odd metaphor. Ray leads me onto one of the counseling rooms. I don't know, this doesn't seem like this is going to end well at all.
No, but I don't think it's supposed to.
And here's where the magic happens, in these little rooms. You'll get your assignments from the Eliza app on your phone. Oh, one thing to note, it's always a good idea to double-check the headset to make sure it's working properly before you dive in. We've had some quality control issues lately. After that, all you need to do is initiate the session and follow the instructions. Make sense so far? Any questions for me?
No.
Here's my question is, like, I assume that people know that it's like essentially an AI program that is leading the therapy. So that kind of that's interesting because they're saying like demand is really taking off.
I think it's probably because it's cheap therapy and done quickly. And so if it's cheap and quick, then people are going to take a cheaper option. Does that make sense? And also, it's probably going to be one of those themes that if you commercialize therapy, which it is naturally or inherently a very intimate situation, that simultaneously you go and you get therapy, you pay for it, there is an industry for it. On the other hand, I think it's one of the most emotionally intimate things that you can do. So when you make it corporate, what kind of thing does that do? Because we already have companies that do that, and companies that are helping a lot of people who struggle to find an affordable therapist.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a complicated issue in current day, because I'm very supportive of all these companies who are giving therapy to people online for much cheaper.
Yeah.
From where therapists can just do a 10-minute session, make money, and give treatment to people who need it. But at the same time, you think, is this the best way to do it?
Well,
you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, like...
I'm pro for it. I'm just saying maybe
No.
this game will bring up those topics.
Yeah, I guess, like, it's just really tough because, like, you know, even if your therapist is covered by insurance, you're still looking at, you know, like, what, like $50, $100 a session?
Mm-hmm.
And it, you know, it might not be covered under your insurance. It's like, you know, it can be tough. Or you might be in an area where there are no therapists. Like, you might be LGBT and not be in an area where therapists are going to be very friendly to that. I know that like can be an issue.
Or sometimes, like, a therapist and they are a different race than you, they might not understand how you feel about certain things. Because I know that sometimes a therapist I've had, I'll be like, this is how I feel as this thing. And they'll say something where I'm like, I understand why you think that, but you're my therapist and you're clearly not understanding why I feel the way I do about this topic.
Cultural barrier?
Not really a cultural barrier so much as me being like, I find this discriminatory and I'm frustrated about it and I want to talk about it. And they don't seem to, they get insulted. And I'm like, this isn't about you, man.
Yeah. I was trying to say there could also be a cultural barrier, too.
Yeah. I guess that wouldn't be the word I would use.
But I meant in addition to the thing that you're talking about.
Yeah. So, yeah, finding the right therapist for you is always difficult. Because sometimes a therapist isn't bad, they just aren't for you. Anyway, we keep talking because we're like, we know about this.
We've done therapy.
I think I got it.
I think I got it.
Great.
Sorry for talking so much. We just invested.
Before I go, just a few reminders of things we covered in orientation. No deviating from the script that Eliza gives you. No checking your smartphone or anything else that would take your attention away from the client during the session.
The ... would make it like a obnoxious thing to say. I remember.
Yeah.
Do you ever have somebody respond to you in text where they end it with a ... and you're like, oh, so we're enemies now?
Yeah.
Or an email or anything?
Yes, I understand.
Ray stops for a moment and looks me over.
It looks like you're dressed acceptably as well. Nothing snazzy, but it'll do. You wouldn't believe the outfits some people come in here wearing. Okay, let me double check to make sure you're all set up in the system.
Ray takes out her phone and swipes a few times. This is kind of reminiscent about a lot of companies that do contract outsource labor, like Uber and delivery stuff.
Yep, looks like you're all good to go. Okay, ready to start your first counseling session as an Eliza proxy?
Sure.
Don't worry, there's basically nothing you can do to mess it up. You just follow the prompts. It's a really impressive system. If you want, have a look around the counseling office first. Get comfortable.
I wonder if legally they must have somebody controlling it for it to be allowed, and that's why they have people like, just press the buttons.
Oh, yeah.
I'll check in with you afterward.
And that's the only reason why there's a human involved at all. As Eliza's counseling centers continue to open across the country, I want to take a moment to remind all provider proxies, please avoid deviating from the provided script. I know that it is tempting to come to conclusions about clients on your own, but Eliza will not work if proxies differ from its judgments. Keep in mind that you are present only in order to provide the human touch to an interaction that is fundamentally between the client and Eliza. Continual violation of this policy may result in reprimand or even termination. Thank you for your attention, Ed. Cool. Dear Evelyn Ishino-Aubrey, thank you for signing up at Eliza Proxy. Eliza is a rapidly growing
Hear what they need to hear from a real human, not a robot or virtual avatar, like our competitors. So they...
So I wonder if they're like, what's the cheapest way to be like, you're talking to a human, but it kind of reminds me of Uber or rideshare programs or delivery apps.
Wait, but how?
In the way that it's set up. Does that make sense? Like, check this app, follow these instructions, goodbye. You know?
Yeah.
Or other sort of things, or WAG, or other...
I guess, like, what's the AI component, though?
Well, it's not about the AI component. I'm talking about the way it's set up and designed and the structure of it. In terms
that
of
it's an app?
Yeah. But it's an app with minimal things. Time to get started. It really looks like a therapist's office in here. Soft lighting, soothing art on the walls. Was this how I imagined it working? I can't remember anymore. The future happened without me. Oh, it's in our eyeballs. Is it in our eyeballs? The headset activates.
So, Darren Willow's phase introduction.
Oh,
The
shit.
headset activates.
A distant-looking man shovels into the room and sits down across from me.
Oh.
Hello, Darren.
Hello, Darren.
Hi.
You found the place okay?
You found the place okay?
Yeah.
Hope you didn't get rained on too much.
Hope you didn't get rained on too much.
I didn't have to read it.
No, it was fine.
It's been raining a lot, hasn't it? It's supposed to clear up later today.
Oh, that's good. Little sun once in a while, but...
Darren, what brings you here today?
Well, I just feel empty inside. Like there was supposed to be something there, but it's missing. I go to work, I do my work, I go home, but there's nothing there. I feel like I'm simulating a person. Like, I feel like just hollow and like I'm not even alive.
This is already distressing to me.
I feel like it's kind of mirroring what we're doing right now, because we're simulating a person right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not in real life, which we are all also
that's
doing.
what I'm doing right now.
But also in the game.
I'm simulating
Each and every
a
one
person.
of us. but also in the game, we are also simulating a person to this man.
Like a ghost or something.
How long have you felt this way?
For a long time. And it comes and goes, but the last 2 weeks is when it really started to get bad. It just suddenly came over me the way things are going in this world. There's no future for humanity. There's no journey toward anything. We're being cruel to each other just to be cruel. The people who run things don't care about anything except themselves, and can't stop them. Everyone is driven by greed. Just greed. Everyone wants to win. Everyone wants to get rich. And we're all gonna die because of it. The damage we're doing to the planet is irreversible. We're destroying everything, and we can't even manage to stop ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't... Do you remember anything in particular that
You don't
caused
have
these
to read them.
feelings? Oh, yeah.
Do you remember anything in particular that caused these feelings?
The state of the world is what's causing these feelings. I was on a walk the other day. I thought maybe I could clear my head, and all I could see was construction cranes and new development and oceans of money flowing in, distorting everything.
Oh, my God. Are you me, Darren?
Suddenly the whole city felt so damaged, so corrupted. I felt like I was an alien in a hostile world, a world that hated me. And we're building it. We're building this hell. We're choosing to build it right here. So what's the point? Probably overloaded your system with that, huh? Your machine learning or whatever it is you got going on in there.
Hold on 1 second. Do you see this like script on the side
Yeah.
that's analyzing the sentiment of the things that he's saying?
Hostile. See? I wonder if maybe since it's a computer program, it also monitors people as threats.
Well, no. He said hostile, which is a negative sentiment.
But I'm also wondering if the overall... You know how there's data collection? I wonder if this program also is data collecting.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, but will this come to negative consequences?
Let's focus on you for the moment.
I meant data collecting as in it gives it to someone that these people didn't exactly consent to.
Oh.
Are these feelings you're experiencing affecting your ability to function at work?
I haven't been doing a whole lot of work. I just don't understand why I should bother. Why anyone should bother. Nobody in management's noticed yet, but eventually someone will, and I'll get fired.
See, this is what I'm wondering. Will this be somehow found out by his job?
You know what I'm wondering about? I'm wondering if, like, all of these things that he's saying, and we're going to get these, like, proxy responses, and they're just going to be kind of like, is it making you, like, have trouble functioning in society? And they're all just going to be, like, not very helpful. Do you know what I mean?
I wonder if this is going to work how confession works at Catholic Church, where, oh, come and confess, but really it's just blackmail.
And how does thinking about getting fired for that make you feel?
Honestly, I'd feel good about it. They don't deserve me dragging them down. Everyone there is smart and motivated and has a wonderful, promising career. You have beautiful, successful people. We moved to a swanky new building, expensive area, fancy restaurants, fancy bars. Everything is nice. Everything is nice, and I feel terrible.
You said you believe your coworkers are happy.
Yeah, I mean, way more than I am, at least.
This is interesting.
It's raising his emotion even though he's saying positive words, but it's expressing unhappiness.
Well,
So it went from shitty to good.
but is that necessarily good, or does it just mean...
No, I'm saying that the computer's getting it wrong. And
But we don't know what that actually measures. Does it just measure, like, severity of emotion, or is it actually a positive, negative score?
it literally just shows a positive, negative score right there.
They're all
Oh.
doing so much better than me.
Why do you say that?
Because they just aren't bothered by things the way I am. see what's going on in the world, and they just share memes about it and laugh and go on doing their jobs.
See, laugh, positive, and affection went up, even though he's
But
saying
the emotion
something.
is going down, so I don't know.
The real horror of it doesn't get through to them. They still want to achieve their goals. They're still happy. They're getting promotions and falling in love and getting married and taking these wonderful trips to Japan or Sweden or wherever. Big mountains and expensive food on their timeline.
Would you be happy if you had those things too?
I don't know. I don't have them. I don't have anything to be happy about. Look, all I want is to understand why this is happening, why I'm here. I mean, there has to be a reason, right? Because otherwise, why do I exist? Why? This pain, this one thing after another, and what's the point? Do I have any cause to be hopeful about anything? Look at this world. Really look, and tell me with a straight face that there is.
Oh,
I
jeez.
can't. I'm right there with you, dude.
See, like, how do people even be there? I would be, like, such a horrible therapist because people would be like, wow, like, what's the point to life? And I'd be like, nothing.
Oh, God. See, his emotion went up.
You know, I think it's interesting when people who, because, like, I've known other people that, like, I met in mental health treatment who went on to be, like, some sort of, like, behavioral therapist or, like, whatnot.
Okay, Darren. Let's try
It
something.
goes down when I don't do anything, so I'm sorry. Sorry, keep going.
But I was just going to say they go into therapy and I'm always like, how do you do it? Because I just get, you know.
No, at the end of the day, they're like, they're all right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, you're right. The world is shit. Like, I would, no.
Imagine that things are better for you. What does that look like?
What does that look like? I don't know. It looks like knowing that something matters at all. But nothing I do will matter. Nothing matters. Not against the face of human indifference, this absurdity.
Are there any other things that come to mind?
Like what? I wish I could talk to people. Really talk to people, have some actual communication. Like right now, I wish I could talk to you. To you. You as a human being. But I can't. You're just following the script that's been given to you. You're not supposed to say anything on your own. Look, I know how this works. It's just a bunch of AI, machine learning, deep learning, whatever the fuck you're calling it now. Look, I'm desperate and I can't even talk to a real human being. How did it end up like this?
Please, try to stay focused. I can't help you if you aren't speaking clearly.
No. Look, I'm done with this. Like, I shouldn't even have come. This is making me worse. Why can't you just talk to me as you? You, the person sitting there. I don't want to talk to a machine. The person who's sitting in front of me. I want her to say something. I want that person to say something. Please. Anything. Please.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Hi, Darren.
Is that really you?
Oh.
Yes, it's me.
You're not following the script right now?
Oh, fuck.
Wait, say something weird. Say something only a human would say.
Wow.
Darren, I'm going to get in trouble if I deviate from Eliza for too long.
Oh, I know. I just...
Oh my god.
Wow.
What the fuck?
My real name is Evelyn.
Yeah. Well, it's, nice to meet you, Evelyn. I didn't expect you would actually do that. Do that for me. I'm not used to people doing things for me.
Okay, Darren. I have some recommendations for you.
Back to the program, huh?
First, I'm going to send a set of breathing exercises for you to do.
I fucking hate it when
Wow.
therapists do that, though. And I'm like,
No,
I don't want to breathe. Fuck off. I'm gonna hold my breath.
I can't.
Don't tell me to breathe.
Don't tell me to take a bath. It's my least favorite suggestion that people give for self-care. They're like, take a bath. And I'm like, cool, sit there and do nothing in a pile of my own filth. How
Use
is this
them
supposed to
when
make
things
you
start to
better?
feel like too much. You'll find them in the Skanda Wellness app on your phone. Second, I recommend asking your doctor or psychiatrist about anexaphene. Based on my analysis, this medication might help you feel better.
Evelyn. That's a nice name.
Oh no, please don't stop me, sir. Please.
Look, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Please don't be obsessed with me.
Please confirm that you understand the recommendations.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren. We hope to see you back soon.
Yeah, I will. I mean, yeah, I will.
Thank you for speaking with Eliza, your personal counseling partner. Goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.
Whew, that's fucking creepy. Oh,
That was a lot.
Wow.
That was a lot. You better give me 5 stars and a tip. See, it's a lot like Uber.
Wow.
Thanks for.
Well, but here's the thing is,
No, I'm just, you know.
yeah, it's so weird.
Give me 5 stars.